Why life as a cockroach is so hard? You can survive without a head. You can outlast hunger, poison, and radiation levels that would ruin most animals. And somehow, your biggest enemy is still a clean kitchen. You begin life sealed inside a brown capsule called an ootheca. Inside, dozens of embryos are packed together in complete darkness. Your mother does not build a nest. She does not guard you. She drops the capsule into a hidden crack and leaves the future to humidity, warmth, and luck. Then the case splits open. You crawl out as a nymph, pale, soft, wingless, and small enough to disappear under the edge of a cabinet. For the first minutes, your body is almost white. Your armor has not hardened yet, which means ants, spiders, centipedes, and even your own relatives can turn your first day into a very short career. So you run. That is your first superpower. Your legs are built for panic. Sensory hairs on your body detect tiny air movements, so when something rushes toward you, your nervous system reacts before your brain can make a plan. You do not think, danger, you just launch into the nearest crack. And cracks are everything. A cockroach does not need open space. You need darkness, moisture, warmth, and crumbs. A gap behind the fridge, a pipe under the sink, the inside of a wall. Homes are artificial caves with snacks. At first, you eat almost anything: grease, starch, glue, and food scraps smaller than dust. Your gut microbes help break down disgusting meals other animals would reject immediately. You are not picky because picky animals do not survive in apartments. But growing is dangerous. Your outer skeleton does not stretch, so every time your body gets too big, you have to molt. The old shell splits. You drag yourself out, soft and helpless, and wait while the new armor hardens. During that window, your survival strategy is simple. Do not be found. You molt again. Each stage makes you darker, faster, harder to crush, and better at vanishing. Your antennae become long, sensitive scanners, tasting chemicals in the air and mapping the world ahead of you. Your flattened body lets you squeeze through gaps that look impossible. Your feet grip walls, ceilings, plastic, tile, and glass. By adulthood, you are no longer just surviving the house. You are built to exploit it. You hide during the day and move at night, when the giant mammals are asleep. You follow smells through the kitchen. A dirty plate becomes a buffet. A leaking pipe becomes a water station. And if food disappears, you wait. Some cockroaches can go weeks without eating. Many can survive longer without food than most people expect, as long as they find water. Your metabolism slows. Your body burns less. You become a small emergency machine parked in the dark. Then, reproduction comes. If you are male, you follow chemical signals from females. If you are female, you can produce egg cases again and again. One hidden female can turn a quiet apartment into a moving carpet of antennae if conditions are right. Warmth, food, and moisture keep the population growing. This is why humans fear you. Not because one cockroach is powerful. One cockroach is just a problem with legs. The nightmare is that one cockroach usually means the wall has already started thinking. And this is where your legend begins. People say you are impossible to kill. They are wrong, but not by enough to feel comfortable. You can survive injuries that would end other animals because your nervous system is spread through your body. You breathe through tiny openings along your sides, not through your mouth. That is why a cockroach can live for a while without its head. It does not need the head to breathe. It usually loses because it cannot drink. You also handle radiation better than humans, partly because many of your cells divide more slowly. Radiation is most destructive when cells are actively dividing, so your biology gives you an advantage. Not immortality, just extra time. You can hold your breath, flatten into gaps, recover from being flipped over, and learn to avoid some poisoned baits. Your ancestors survived long before cities, kitchens, and refrigerators. You are not a modern mistake. You are an ancient design that found human life extremely convenient. But now something is changing. In many homes, you are harder to find than before. Not because cockroaches became weak, because human homes became less friendly. Cracks are sealed. Pipes leak less. Food goes into airtight containers. Trash is removed faster. Floors are vacuumed. Buildings dry out. So your life becomes harder. You leave the nest and find no grease. You follow a water smell and hit a dry sink. Still, you keep moving, because that is what you are. You can live in walls, drains, basements, restaurants, sewers, and behind refrigerators. But take away the crumbs, the water, and the cracks, and even the animal everyone calls impossible to kill starts disappearing.